Welcome to Timeless Tarot with Nina. I'm Nina. I'm doing a series of mini tutorials on understanding qualities of the characters of the tarot and currently on the Major Arcana, the first 22 cards of the tarot deck. The Major Arcana are referred to as trump cards. These cards represent major life themes that influence your life and your soul's journey to enlightenment. I recommend that you reference or buy the Rider-Waite Smith deck. It is generally the preferred and easiest deck to understand if you're interested in learning the tarot. My teaching style is simple and easy with a unique approach. This week we'll be looking at the High Priestess. The High Priestess is elusive and one of the most misunderstood characters of the tarot, but I'll do my best to help you understand who and what she's about. Who is the High Priestess? She's so many things. She's the subconscious, the higher self, spirituality, passivity, intuition, reflection. She's stillness, she's calm, she's peaceful, retreat, she's time alone, she's patient, secretive. She's the guardian of wisdom, meditation, solitude. She's independence, she's self-sufficient. She follows her own path, her inner voice. She's distant. She's inner strength. She's the divine feminine. She's elusive. She's a symbol of secrecy, mystery, and unrevealed future. She sits between the pillars of establishment and strength. She has a deep understanding of the duality of nature and embraces it in her quiet modesty. She understands that there is a balance in everything, that everything has a polar opposite. While things are alike, they are also different. The yin and the yang are a good example of this. One cannot function without the other. The story I'll be telling today is called The Woodcutter. A young man needed to work, but all he had was an axe that his father left him and his enormous physical strength. So he decided to try his luck at a sawmill. The owner hired him immediately. As soon as he was assigned his work area, the young man brandished his axe and in one day cut 18 trees. Encouraged by his productivity, he decided that the next day would improve his own record, so he went to rest early. In the morning, he got up before anyone else and went to the forest. Although he tried hard, he could not cut more than 15 trees. Sad for his poor performance, he thought maybe he should rest longer. So that night, he decided to go to bed with the sunset. At dawn, he got up determined to overcome his 18-tree record. However, that day, he only cut 10. The next day were 7, then 5, until at the end of the week, he only cut 2. He could not understand what was happening to him, so he thought that maybe the first day he had a stroke of luck and that he really was not so good for that job. He decided to present his resignation, so he went to the foreman. "Sir, I do not know what is happening to me. I do not understand why I stopped performing at my job. I'd better just leave it." The foreman, who was a very wise man, asked him, "When did you sharpen your axe last time?" "Sharpen? I have never done it. I did not have time to sharpen my axe. I could not waste my time on that. I was very busy cutting trees." Following the foreman's advice, the young woodcutter between a tree and another began to devote part of his time to sharpening the axe, so he could cut more trees. This story shows us that there is a time for action, and there is also a time for quiet reflection. The young woodcutter was too preoccupied with beating his own record and cutting so many trees, getting up extra early, going to bed early, and yet each day his performance declined. Action didn't help him to accomplish his goal. If he had thought about how he could be consistent in his performance, he would not have run into this problem. He didn't take the time to think about or reflect on how to best accomplish his goal. While a simple story, it features qualities of the High Priestess and the necessity to be as her in moments of our lives. She wants you to understand that there is a time to be still, to connect with yourself, to listen to your inner voice, to be reflective. Quiet solitude is necessary for personal growth. Not every event that happens in life requires action or reaction, as in with the young woodcutter. He thought action was enough, not understanding that reflection was necessary. Here we see polarity as a necessity in order to move forward. It is almost impossible to succeed in life without taking the time to reflect on your actions. At first, self-reflection may seem like a task, but with time you will be used to it. By knowing you are you will accept yourself more and know your strengths and weaknesses. The woodcutter only focused on his strengths and never took the time to think about why he was unable to accomplish his goal. He was solely focused on action. I happened upon this story and thought this was a great way in explaining qualities of the High Priestess, but she's so much more. She shows us how significant she can be at certain times in our lives. The High Priestess, shrouded in mystery and quiet wisdom, suggests the importance of being still, reflection, trusting your inner guidance while understanding that much of what you see outside of you is an illusion. Through meditation, she shows us the value of finding your own voice, your own truth and spiritual growth. Her aura is made of poetry, roses, and galaxies. She lives within all of us. The High Priestess shows us that sitting with ourselves will reveal who we really are, what our next step might be. She shows us that it is not the time to make sudden changes or decisions, that giving yourself time to listen to your inner voice is essential, that always being on the move will not give us the answers we seek. Inner stillness is the key to outer strength. The High Priestess is the divine feminine in a quiet, mysterious, alluring way. Now is not the time for her to reveal her secrets. Now is the time for quiet contemplation. The rest will follow. She's a lady of mystery. Think about a time in your life when you were in this place, where you had to be in stillness in order to better know yourself, so that you might move forward. We've all had those moments. Those are an inevitable in your soul's journey. We must surrender, that we may relate to her, that we may be her. She's the elusive High Priestess. I hope you enjoyed the Elusive High Priestess Part 1. Please comment down below on what your thoughts are about the High Priestess. Do you remember a time in your life when you could relate to her? Did you recognize her within moments of your life? If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can email me at ninalove@gmail.com. I'll leave a link for that down below. Thank you so much for watching.